Hey everybody, I'm Howard, and this is Otto's Retirement Corner. So I was laying in bed the other night trying to go to sleep, and as I often do, I started thinking and my mind wandered and numbers are flying, things that typically keep me awake. And I started thinking about Social Security, as I often do, and I was thinking back to my earnings history and how up and down it was, and how there were 0 years and small years and huge years. And I started wondering if I could remember all the jobs I had. So I started, from when I was 16, and I started listing them off in my head. And the interesting thing was, first of all, I came up with 18. I, I don't know if that's all of them or not, but I'll figure that out later. So, the first one, when I was in high school and I was 16, I worked from midnight to 8 in the morning, Friday to Saturday morning at Jack in the Box. Now, this was in Morton Grove, Illinois. Jack in the Box is no longer in the Midwest. As far as I know, they're just out in the West. But, midnight to 8 in the morning, from 4 to 8 in the morning, I was typically the only one there, 16-year-old kid. And it just made me feel good to think about it. So in the morning, I did some research about reminiscing. And it turns out reminiscing is something that's really good, especially for seniors. Keeps their mind active, helps them remember, especially people, starting to show signs of dementia. They'll do reminiscing exercises with them. And I wasn't doing it for that. I was just doing it because my mind was wandering. But as it turns out, thinking about that first job made me really happy. And that's a good thing. And then I started to think about all the other jobs I had. I moved from there to Burger King, which wasn't as good. But I look back at Jack in the Box, and it was like giving a 6-year-old the keys to a candy store. There were a bunch of us teenagers working there, usually late at night or into the early morning, like I did. And it was busy and it was hard work, but it was fun making tacos, making hamburgers, making onion rings, making drinks. It was just fun. I had a lot of my friends working there. We hung out together before and after. We screwed around a lot. It was just really a bad idea to give us the keys to this store and let us do our thing. Don't get me wrong, we didn't screw with anybody's food. We didn't do that kind of stuff. We just had fun. We screwed around and we had fun. And it's just a great memory. And I just think back to that and how I would love to be back in that situation again. It was just such a simple time, spending it with friends. And then I worked up the ladder to my other jobs. Burger King was okay. I didn't know as many people there. From there, I shifted to Allstate. Believe it or not, I worked in the accounting department when I was in high school at Allstate. It was kind of a little bit stodgy, but I met a lot of people from other high schools in the area who I hadn't known, and made some friends that I wouldn't have normally had. So that was fun. I moved from there to after high school. I went to college right away, but I quit. It wasn't until years later that I actually went through college and grad school and the whole 8 years in school business. So I moved on to EJ Corvettes. And for those of you in the east of the Mississippi, especially New York area, you'll remember that company. It was a big department store chain or discount chain. The problem is they couldn't figure out which they were, and that ultimately led to their demise. But that was just fun. I mean, there were so many of us, 17, 18, 19-year-olds working there, and it was structured, and there were bosses there all the time, so we couldn't get away with anything. But you just met a lot of people, and you had a lot of fun. I met a girlfriend there that I had for a long time. A lot of people did that. Several of them got married. They're still married to today. So it's just fun to think about. It's fun to reminisce. Even when you go further, and I had jobs where it was just awful. And I just wanted to get out of there as soon as I got there. And there were mean, awful people there. But then you segue around and you think, okay, did I have fun? Who did I meet there? I met people I played basketball with, I played softball with, I played golf with, that I dated. It was just, there was always something fun wherever I worked. and I made good friends, and and I was thinking as I was going through this process that this makes me happy. It makes me happy to think about these things. So I'm telling you to do the same thing. Take some time, think about it, and what I want you to do in the comment section is tell me what your first job was, where it was, did you have fun, what was good about it, what was bad about it, where did it lead, or was it just hey, I got to get a job because my parents said get out of the house and get a job. But just, this is just a little video about nostalgia, reminiscing, enjoying your thoughts, and having fun. So let me know what you think. Please subscribe, like, comment, comment, comment. Talk to you later. Bye.